Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book Networking Like a Pro and creator of the popular program How to Build an Audience and Get a Steady Stream of Coaching Clients Without Being Pushy. And I'm fired up here today. I am fired up because we are going to talk about 3 steps for how you can get a steady stream of clients, obviously as a coach, and what you can do to do that without being this pushy, over-the-top person. Because I got to tell you, one of the things that I always share with people is that when I got started and when I was trying to move my practice forward, being able to get a steady stream of coaching clients was like a really, really big deal. It was something where, I was going out, probably like yourself. I had my training. I had a bunch of really good ideas. I was doing all the stuff that I needed to be able to do. And then I was talking to people and, they would be like, oh, this is great and this is awesome. And they're taking all kinds of notes, but they're like, I can't afford you. Right? And I'm thinking to myself, what do I need to do? Because I'll tell you what was also becoming a real factor for me. I was starting to think, well, what if I'm not able to get a steady stream of coaching clients? Like, what is going to happen if I'm not able to do that? Because at the time, what was happening was I had no money to speak of. I always tell people it's funny now, it wasn't so funny then. I had no money to speak of. I had, less than $20 here in the United States in my checking account on 4 separate occasions, so it took a little while to get organized. I gotta tell you, I'm not normally like this, but the third point was I was starting to get down on myself. You know what I mean? I was starting to get down on myself. I was starting to feel that I wasn't either worth it myself, or maybe I made a mistake getting into coaching in the first place, or whatever, but I was starting to get down on myself. And I was like, you know what? If I don't figure this out, if I'm not able to figure out what I can do, and if I fail, quite frankly, at not getting a steady stream of coaching clients, then what's going to happen, without doing it in a pushy kind of way, then I'm going to, run out of money. I'm going to have to get another job. And I'm being serious, probably lose the house or at least go down that road. And I didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? And I was starting to feel a little bit less than. So I was like, all right, that's the price of failure. All right. What's the price of success is the question that I asked myself. Okay. And among other things, it was implementing a few of these points that I want to talk about with you here today. And obviously, we can go from there. So part of this is a conversation around building an audience and getting a steady stream of clients. What we're going to talk about specifically is 3 steps for building a steady stream of coaching clients without being pushy. Step number 1, and this is something I talk about all the time if you've watched me here or if you followed me on my podcast or whatever, you'll know that I am all about what I call identifying a true product. All right. The first step that you need to do is to identify a true product. And quite simply, that is, what is it that people are buying from you? What benefit are they getting as a result of working with you? All right. Now, for me, I'll use myself as an example. I obviously do a lot of work with coaches and consultants, right? So what is it that the benefit is that people are getting from me? They're getting the benefit of working with me to help them get a steady stream of clients and do so in a way that's not pushy, salesy, or otherwise over the top. Like there's thousands and thousands of coaches who say that they work with people, but they don't talk about how, it's this over the top, salesy stuff that I don't like. I'm guessing you probably don't like either. Certainly you don't like it when it happens to you. All right. So what they're buying from me is more business in a way that's not this pushy, salesy, over the top kind of way. Now, if you're not sure what your true product is, I call that true product, what the benefit is that people are buying from you, because people always think, oh, well, aren't they buying the coaching? Like if I'm a life coach, aren't they buying life coaching? No, they're buying a solution to a problem. You've heard me talk about that in the past. People are buying a solution to a problem. So a way to figure out, if you're not sure, is ask some of your clients, what challenges do they have? Why did they work with you in the first place? You might find people are like, oh, well, I thought because, you seem like a good guy and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, well, do you just work with good guys and pull out your checkbook? Or is there a challenge? You're like, yeah, you're right. It was this, this, and this. Okay. So Ask them what their challenges are, figure out what that looks like, and that's your true product because that's the benefit that you're providing people. That's step number one. Step two then is figure out who your ideal market is. Okay, you can call that a niche market. I call it a buying market. Just get a handle on who it is that actually is buying this from you. So if the first step was a conversation about what people are buying from you, the second step is a conversation around who. Okay, and one of the mistakes I find a lot of people make in general is they try to start off with this ideal prospect or with this, niche market in mind. And it's good. You need to have something, okay? But I find it's easier to first start off with what is it that people are buying from me? What are the challenges that they're facing? And then who is it that is most likely to want to pull out their checkbook and work with me to get that fixed? That's step two. And then step three is developing a clear, consistent marketing message. All right. You want to have a clear, consistent marketing message for taking who it is you want to be able to talk to and what it is that you're able to solve for them in terms of the problems and things like that. And then you're able to push it out in a way where people are like, oh, okay, this makes a lot of sense. Okay. People, as coaches, where we get into trouble is we have so many things going on. We have so many things at our disposal, quite frankly, that we're just like, oh, okay, we can do this, do that, or whatever. No, you need a clear, consistent marketing message. Now, that can be a whole separate conversation. Next time, I'll talk with you a little bit about how you can get started on doing that. I ran out of time a little bit here. I didn't want to steal you forever, but clear, consistent marketing message. And the reason why these three steps allow you to attract a steady stream of clients without being pushy is because it creates the analogy I gave is like a fishing analogy. It is the bait and the net for allowing people to want to come in. The problem that a lot of people do is they do the opposite. They're trying to get people and, let me grab and get. No. We want to allow people to come in. We want to give them an opportunity to work with us. And when you know what their challenges are and you know who is most likely to resonate that with, and then you have a clear, consistent marketing message that outbound connects and markets to them, you are in great shape. So that's what we got. We'll get into some more of this stuff next time. But in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.